Have you ever wondered why some companies thrive for generations while others crumble the moment their founder leaves? What if the secret isn't about having brilliant leaders, but about building systems that outlive them? And here's the real question. Are you building something that depends entirely on you or something that could run without you? Let's explore how to engineer organizations that transcend time itself. Welcome to Built to Last, engineering organizations that transcend generations. Jim Collins and Jerry Porras spent 6 years studying companies averaging nearly 100 years old, and what they discovered challenges everything we think we know about success. Here's a powerful quote to ground us. Visionary companies make some of their best moves by experimentation, trial and error, opportunism, and, quite literally, accident. And before we dive deeper, there's a complete PDF handout waiting for you. Grab it to follow along and revisit these insights anytime. So what's our journey today? 6 powerful stops. First, clock building versus time telling. Are you the hero or the architect? Second, preserve the core. Stimulate progress, the paradox that confuses most leaders. Third, BHAGs, goals that seem crazy until they galvanize everyone. Fourth, cult-like cultures without the cult, clarity with freedom. Fifth, evolutionary progress through constant experimentation. And finally, your action plan, because insights without action are just entertainment. Each builds on the next, so stay with me. Let's face the core question. What actually separates companies that fade after their founder from those that thrive for decades? Here's a shocking state. The average S&P 500 company lifespan has dropped from 60 years to less than 20. Think about that. Most organizations today won't see their 20th birthday. Why? Because they're built around individuals, not systems. When the person leaves, momentum dies. So ask yourself right now, if you disappeared tomorrow, would your work continue or collapse? Ready to build something that outlives you? Now we hit lesson 1, clock building, not time telling. Here's the distinction that changes everything. Time tellers are charismatic visionaries with great ideas. They're hero dependent. Clock builders, they create systems, institutionalize values, and build success that transcends any single leader. See the difference? 3M and Hewlett-Packard didn't succeed because of one brilliant product. They built innovation-generating machines. Sony's Walkman? It didn't come from a CEO mandate. It emerged from their systematic 10% personal project time. The system generated the breakthrough. So which are you, telling time or building clocks? Here's how you build your clock. First, document your decision-making principles, not just your decisions. Turn your intuition into something others can follow. Second, design succession mechanisms early. Rotate roles quarterly so you're not caught unprepared. Third, create feedback loops that self-correct without needing you. And here's the killer question. How can we build a process so this never requires heroic effort again? Stop celebrating heroes. Start building systems. Michael Gerber's The E-Myth Revisited goes deep on this, turning what only you know into what everyone can use. Lesson 2, the paradox. Preserve the core, stimulate progress. This confuses most leaders. You must be simultaneously conservative about core values and progressive about everything else. Your core ideology, your purpose and values stays fixed like a constitution. But strategies, tactics, products, they must evolve constantly. Disney kept the same purpose for nearly a century. Make people happy. But how they did it. Animation became theme parks, became streaming. The what stayed constant, the how continuously adapted. Johnson & Johnson's 1943 credo guided their $100 million Tylenol recall in 1982. Core preserved, tactics evolved, market leadership regained in months. That's the power of this paradox. So how do you test if your values are real? Use the 100-year question. Would we preserve this value a century from now, regardless of industry changes? True values cost something to uphold. They guide decisions even when you're penalized for keeping them. Amazon's customer obsession is their core. It stays fixed. Prime, AWS, Alexa, those are tactics that evolve constantly. If a value wouldn't matter in 2125, it's strategy masquerading as a value. Patagonia's environmental commitment actually cost them sales. That's a real value, not a poster in the lobby. Lesson 3. BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals. These are goals that seem almost unreasonable, but galvanize entire organizations for 10 to 30 years. Kennedy's moon landing within the decade, Microsoft's computer on every desk, Boeing betting the entire company on commercial jets in the 1950s. These goals need no explanation. They're vivid, tangible, and magnetic. The sweet spot? 50 to 70% achievable. Too easy, and it's uninspiring. Too impossible, and it's demoralizing. NASA didn't need quarterly motivation when racing to the moon. The goal itself was the fuel. So what 10-year goal would make your team genuinely excited to show up Monday morning? Lesson 4. Cult-like cultures without the cult. Strong cultures have clear ideological boundaries, plus freedom within that framework. Values are felt viscerally, not just posted on walls. Indoctrination happens through stories, rituals, mentorship. Zappos famously offers new hires $2,000 to quit after training. Why? To filter for true cultural commitment. Southwest hires for attitude and trains for skill. Disney's grooming standards preserve the magic experience. This isn't toxic conformity, it's clarity about non-negotiables combined with radical autonomy inside those boundaries. When high performers violate values, visionary companies exit them publicly. Values aren't negotiable. Patty McCord's Powerful from Netflix shows how culture of freedom and responsibility enabled their rapid scaling. Lesson 5. Try everything. Keep what works. This is evolutionary progress, branching and pruning like natural selection. Launch multiple small experiments simultaneously. Celebrate well-designed failures publicly. Set explicit kill criteria up front to remove emotional attachment. 10 small bets where 3 succeed beats 1 massive binary initiative. Amazon launched Fire Phone, failed. AWS succeeded massively. Alexa succeeded. Portfolio approach. 3M's Post-it notes emerged from decentralized experimentation. Tata Group gives an annual Dare to Try award for best failed innovations. The shift is from big bet strategies to evolutionary portfolios. Now your action plan. This week, audit your core values. Which ones actually cost you something? This month, document one decision-making process so others can follow it. This quarter, draft a 10-year BHAG that excites your team. This year, create one ritual that reinforces values through storytelling. Ongoing, launch 3 experiments monthly. Keep what works, kill what doesn't without guilt. Small wins compound. Pick one action and start today. Here's your quick win to try right now. Gather 3 colleagues. List your stated values. For each, identify one recent decision that upheld it and one that violated it. Values only matter when they cost you something. This audit reveals if yours are real or just decorative. Simon Sinek's Start with Why helps you discover that organizational purpose beneath the surface. Let's be honest about the real challenge. These principles require patience in cultures demanding quarterly results. Building clocks takes longer than telling time. BHAGs span decades while investors want monthly updates. Cultural transformation compounds over 3 to 5 years minimum. The solution? Nest short-term experiments within long-term vision. Demonstrate progress while building enduring architecture. Year 1, Rs 2 and 3, refine through experimentation. Year 5, culture self-reinforces. It compounds like investing, consistent deposits over time. Here's your reflection question. If you disappeared tomorrow, which decisions would stall because only you know how to make them? That discomfort reveals where you're time-telling instead of clock building. Jim Collins' Good to Great examines how companies transition from good performance to exceptional. It's the perfect complement to today's insights. Let's bring it home. You're not building a company, you're engineering an institution that will shape your industry long after you've moved on. Here's your move. Apply one strategy this week. Enduring greatness compounds from consistent small actions aligned with timeless principles. Download the complete PDF guide to reference these strategies anytime. The link is right there for you. That legacy starts with today's choice to preserve the core while stimulating progress. And if these insights sparked something in you, subscribe to this channel for more frameworks that transform how you lead and build. We're exploring timeless principles for modern impact, and your next breakthrough might be one video away.